what were your biggest wins so far that you would say that you've had with us?
Well, I've just had my largest win, which was yesterday actually, and that win was for like 700, I think, and $3. And I've had some like $400 days, close to $300 days, but my largest was yesterday, and that was $700, and it was basically on three trades. I've been scammed before.
All
There
right,
are scammers out there, so you don't know if it's real, and everybody has a story, right? While their strategy is the best strategy,
right,
and
right, right. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You doing all right?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Nice to see you.
Yeah, same here. You're looking the same. I'm seeing all your little sponsorships coming through Facebook.
Okay.
You always get interesting comments. Some people are like, yeah, okay, I'm
All
in.
right,
Other
right. You
people are
see the
like,
hate. You see the
whatever.
hate.
It's
You see how people. I'm
yes,
just like, all
yeah,
right. I don't pay them no mind. The ones that are meant to be are meant to be. Uh,
yeah.
but how you doing though? Just go ahead and introduce yourself for the people. How you doing, Charisma?
Oh, Carissima doing well. Well, getting there. Let's say that. I'm still learning. As far as the strategy, I think we talked about before, it's definitely something I believe anybody. I'm 60, believe it or not. Yes. Anybody can get. It's easy enough to catch on. It's almost like at a year almost. And I've just kind of had some ups and downs. It's not so much my entries. I think it's those exits, and it's not because of the strategy. It's me personally, just maybe not wanting to lose a trade or holding a trade too long just because maybe you have like this preconceived area that you think that trade is going to go to instead of, like you always say, capitalizing and taking what the market can give you.
Right.
So, but
Exactly.
definitely getting better. I always say, I was an athlete too, so I'm not a quitter.
Hmm.
I'm from the South, the deep South, and we don't quit at nothing
All right. Nice.
unless it beat us down.
All right. All right.
So that's why I'm still here today. I believe it's an excellent strategy. It's simple enough,
Hmm.
just sticking with it and listening to just the expertise and your skill knowledge and how you guys trade has helped me tremendously. And I do want to talk about that too because I've been a part of another organization and it was a teaching platform. They had educators, but you were in on Zoom calls. You couldn't ask questions. You could ask questions in the chat, but with 300 people,
Yeah.
and it was a network marketing system. And if you weren't in that person's network, you didn't have that hands-on experience. And that's
Yeah. I've
that's the
definitely
part that I
been part of
love.
it like that. Yeah. Hmm.
That's the part I love about this. Like you and I today are talking.
Right.
Or if I
Exactly.
text and say, "Hey, can I meet with you?" You're still accessible at this moment. So I love that. That's the beauty of it too. It's
That's
the it's the mentorship and the hands-on as well too. So
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So what were your biggest wins so far that you would say that you've had with us?
well, I've just had my largest win, which was yesterday actually, and that win was for like $703. I've had some like $400 days, close to $300 days. But my largest was yesterday, and that was $700, and it was basically on three trades. Two of them were at the same call price.
Hmm.
And one of them was, I think, a different call price. So, and what I did was, and this has happened 2 days in a row. I use your term. I use you because you're a football player. So I had heard somebody talk about the football field in trading and how if it goes one way, let's say the offense has it, they make a touchdown, then now that defensive team has the ball, right? And they're gonna go back up. So I pretty much like did the entire field. I had three contracts. I closed at the VWAP for two of the contracts, and I let the last contract run
Very
to
nice.
the end of that goal line.
Yeah.
And so from that particular trade alone, I got like almost $500. Yeah, just
Nice.
on three contracts. So imagine if I had had 10, right? Or
Right.
100 contracts. Yeah, it would have been amazing.
Right. Right. Days to come. Days to come. I'm very happy to hear that. What made you want to join the program compared to everything else out there? What made you want to join the program?
I think it was September of last year I joined, and I had a little bit of knowledge just from Forex. I wasn't real successful in Forex. And again, I saw one of your ads, Prolific Traders ads, and I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know, because I had been looking, just kind of journeying through YouTube and looking at a lot of different people.
Right.
So I was like, all right, this young man talking about blah, blah. I looked at what you had to talk about as far as the three-step confirmation strategy. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna at least talk to the person. Again, like you said, people are sometimes like, you never know because there are scam. I've been scammed before. There
Right.
are scammers out there. So you don't know if it's real. And everybody has a story, right? While their strategy is the best strategy
Right.
and
Everybody does. Yeah.
everybody, you see a lot of stuff pop up on Facebook and YouTube. And But then again, your first line of defense, I had not talked to you yet. I talked to Bill, and Bill he's a great representation for prolific traders. And he was the one who really helped me to come on board. After I looked at the strategy, I thought it was simple enough that it was something that I could grasp.
Mhm.
But that first line of defense, Bill helped to, kind of rear me in. And then once
Yeah.
I got there, obviously we started meeting, in the sessions. And I was like, okay, all right. So first of all, you're a cool guy. And let me say this to you too. You guys are very patient. And I'm like, oh my God, I probably would be like, look, if you ask me this question one more time, I'm gonna
Yeah. But that's part of it. I'm always getting better, refining not only the strategy, but the patience part of things.
Yeah, you do an excellent job. Y'all do an excellent job because sometimes people will ask the same questions over and over again, and
Right.
it takes a discipline, no, seriously, to stay in a place in a pocket where you are humble enough, you know what I'm saying, to answer in a way that someone doesn't feel like, okay, did I ask a stupid question? Or, and I know you always say no question is stupid, no question is too simple. But just the fact that you have created a way for us to come in, not just listen, not just watch videos, but also able to ask questions as well too. And that's helpful as well. And you learn too from just listening to other people,
Right.
listening to questions that they may ask, or even, how they win trades.
How long do you think it took you to get the strategy down and be able to actually implement it?
Yeah, as far as the strategy, it really didn't take me a long time to get it, just the strategy itself. Again, some of the things, the bad habits I had to break, you know what I'm saying? For somebody it may take them a month, somebody it may take a year. But I'm of the persuasion, once you get it right. And I'm like that with myself too. And I always tell people, even in other areas of life, like it may take a person 2 times to get something, and it may take me 10 times, but I'm a hard worker. So I'm going to work at it until I was like that in school as well. I'm an engineer by profession.
Okay.
I wasn't the smartest. I was a great student in high school. I had to work in college because I was an athlete as well. But it took me probably more work and effort. But because I was a hard worker, I was like, mm-mm, I'm not giving up. I'm
Right.
not giving up. Yeah.
That's great. Being an athlete, that definitely, goes hand in hand with life. I think definitely a lot of lessons learned with that. So
Yeah.
that's great to hear. Would you say that the strategy is simple enough for you to be consistent? Is
The
it simple enough?
strategy is definitely simple enough to be consistent. We bring our own whatever into whatever we do, right? So it could be the emotional part, which you guys talk about as well, which is really good. We sometimes bring our own personalities and our own emotions
Right.
into anything we do. And that same thing applies to trading.
How many trades are you taking on a daily basis?
Well, listen to this. I know you guys only recommend 1 to 3. I believe one now is the best. That's why I was saying early on, I was like, I'm working too hard. Let's just take one trade, 3 contracts, and call it a day. So, but I'm still within that 1 to 3, 1 to 3 trades a day.
Yeah, yeah. So if you could break down this week's trading performance based on the win rate for each deck.
So this week I only traded on Monday. I traded on Tuesday. I didn't trade yesterday, and hoping to trade today. So on
Okay.
Monday, I made close to $240. And then Tuesday, I made the $703.
Nice.
On Monday, I believe I took 3. I lost 1. I cut it because I wasn't really sure. I lost like maybe $13. And on Tuesday, all 3 trades were winners. Yeah.
Nice, 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 nice. 100% on Tuesday. So what's the next goal for you with our system?
The next goal for me, I really want to increase my number of contracts. If I could get down to 1 trade, and like just the next step, maybe like 20 contracts, that would be like
Hmm.
amazing for me. I would love to get to the 100 contracts, but if I could just get to that 1 trade, 20 contracts, next 30, then focus on 50, and then I'll get to the 100.
So last question for you, all right? What advice would you give to somebody who's sitting on the fence, contemplating about enrolling into our program and working with me?
My advice to someone who was sitting on the fence and contemplating whether to work with Cameron at Prolific Traders would be that, first of all, it's real. That's the first thing. It's not a scam. It's not a scam.
I'm here.
And secondly, it's a good strategy. It's easy enough for probably a 15-year-old, a 60-year-old, and a 70-year-old, 80-year-old to really grasp. That would be the other thing. And then the third thing is that they are accessible, and that makes a huge difference in organization of traders that you join. Because some people say, hey, I got this platform, you could go on YouTube, you could look at stuff. But to have someone that's reachable and touchable to actually help you go through the journey, to me, makes a huge difference. And building a relationship is important to me as well. And I feel like they fit in those categories as well. And for those reasons, I would say that Cameron Kelly, Prolific Traders, is for you. That's what I'm going to
It's
say.
for you.
It's for
I love
you.
it. I love it, Charisma.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm very happy though that you're finding some success with us, and you're going to continue to find success, and to continue to follow your plan. Any other
Yes.
questions that you do have, again, to send me a message. We can always book out.
Yes.
Oh, all right.
Okay. All right. Appreciate you. Enjoy
All
your
right.
day.
All right. You
Thank
too.
you. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.